kita bersua kembali dalam rancangan Who Wants to Be United's Manager edisi Joe United.
Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan Malaysia. If you're new to our channel, do the usual stuff. Smash the like button, share the video, subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you will be notified when we go live, about to go live, or when we release a new video. Okay, also don't forget, please check our Telegram group. All right, a lot of Manchester United fans inside there, Malaysian Manchester United fans, and also we got Rob, a couple of members from United Kingdom. All right, so we are an ever-growing community. We are about like 200 plus members already now. Okay, going strong. All right, so links in the description below. All right, firstly, shout out to Appa. All right, that video, right, fantastic, man. It was supposed to be a parody video, but then they announced Ralf Rangnick already. So that's why we are doing this instead, okay? So props to Appa, and then we hope and we pray that his mom will get well soon, all right? His mom is in the hospital right now, so our prayers, JomUnited prayers, is with their family now, all right? Okay, so today joining us, we have a fellow Telegram member, Kamarul. Okay, how are you, brother?
Fine, thank you to invite me. Thank you.
Okay, so finally boleh join panel kita.
Yeah, no problem.
Because okay, so if just say you wish to be part of our show and whatnot, okay, don't forget there's also another link in the description below. You can actually submit your video, audition video, so to speak, okay, and also join the Telegram group, and then we will inform you when there's available slots for you to come live. Okay. So okay, our topic, the hot topic now, the newly appointed interim manager Ralf Rangnick. Okay, I think it's here we go already by Fabrizio Romano already. So I think we can assume that it's official. You know, Tuchel and Klopp is already talking about it already. So there's no way this is a red herring or a fake story. Okay, so Kamarul, as a Manchester United fan kan, with the whole emotional roller coaster yang kita lalu kan, from Ole messing up, screwing up, the fan base gaduh semua tu, then to the point dia keluar semua tu, sampai sekarang. Okay, so apa perasaan you dan apa pendapat you tentang moral fans Manchester United in general?
Okay, general mostly memang sedih setelah apa berlaku selepas Ole buat masalah dalam a few game. Lepas tu perubahan tidak berlaku. Setelah Ole keluar dah out, my career take over pun ada juga sistem yang dia buat berulang sama macam Ole buat, seperti defend. Patut dan Managerial kena dah kena duduk kat bench, tapi masih main lagi. Tapi nasib baik menang lah dengan Villarreal, is good, nanti problem. But technically the system must change lah. New manager must change all the system. Then we hope our fan want to hope the MU to get more level up. Same like Chelsea back, 4 big team.
Okay, I think for those, actually for myself, so personally, before I think these last few weeks, I wasn't really aware of Ralf Rangnick. Yeah, I heard about him, but then I don't really know in detail. So maybe Josh, maybe you can share with the viewers and we can share with us also his style of play, his philosophy and whatnot. And is he someone that him taking over the helm, should we as United fans be excited for this?
To me, honestly, as you know, the modern day football teams may not know Ralf Rangnick as much. Like myself, I only got to know him more when he was actually in Red Bull, because he was more of a manager in the 90s or the late 80s, I would say. And then he actually developed himself to be, to be on the boards of and he only manages all the German teams so far, as what I read through. And I think his best, he won about 7 trophies. And I think his best one was the Intertoto with Stuttgart. So with that all reading through, and I believe every fans and viewers that is watching here also read up about Rangnick, knowing what he is about, knowing what's going on, and what we can expect out of him. I think, to be honest, don't get too excited just yet. We know how football is in the Premier League. It can be, really tough, not only mentally, physically, everything else is a whole nine yard. Yes, he may talk very great about, this Gegen pressing, counter attack in 10 seconds and get the ball back within 8 seconds and things like that. Very nice. That's what something. The only positive take back that I can get from this is now finally we are talking to someone that has a system. At least we have a system and we want to see the players playing to this system and potentially based on what he's talking about in the system and the player that we have, what we as fans can expect is there are potential that a lot of players who underperform with Ole that could do very, very well under this system. Don't be surprised that we might be back, challenging the trophy again because we are not dead for the Premier League just yet. We got the Champions League, we got the FA Cup, and we are just 12 points away from Chelsea. And who knows? We always normally have a late start after December. We might just get a good things with Rangnick. But what we can expect as fans is, hopefully, what he says is that high pressing at the end. If Klopp and Tuchel say is heavy metal football, let's have a battle of the bands over in the Premier League, And I'm really excited to see that system, honestly. And one of the player that I really, really like going to see develop is Jadon Sancho because he really talked highly about Jadon Sancho during his Dortmund days. So I really hope that it turns well for not only Sancho but for the club.
Yeah, a lot of people they talk about the Gegen pressing system and whatnot lah. The one that I think recently I wasn't really aware until I have to look up the past few days to really know more about this kind of thing. So another former manager of ours who is very famous for having a system of his own is Louis van Gaal. So Raj, is there any worries that this situation, and this guy is like a no bullshit kind of guy also as well. He's not a nice guy. He's the polar opposite, I say, of Ole lah probably. So do you think that him coming in with an aggressive system and aggressive attitude and whatnot, is it similar as the LVG time, and then will it cause issues with the players and make it a toxic kind of environment?
So long as the board does not interfere in the decisions of the manager, but with Ralf, I don't think if the board actually butts their nose into it, he's a no nonsense kind of guy. He'll probably leave. I think we saw a tweet or a post somewhere saying that he didn't want an interim job earlier, and the only reason actually he took this interim job is because of the consultancy job that comes after for the next 2 years once he's done with the 6 months interim. What I'm more interested to see is once Ralf finishes the 6 months, we are going to have for the first time someone with the footballing brains in the club, footballing management brains in the club. I take nothing away from Darren Fletcher. I take nothing away from Michael Carrick and all those things. If Michael Carrick, just to digress a bit, because I was not part of the show during the Villarreal game, the only reason we actually escaped from not conceding goals against Villarreal is because the Villarreal forwards were blind as a bat in front of goal, and also David De Gea. These are the two reasons. But as far as the gameplay and all, it still very much looks like how it was under Ole. We are a team of two halves. We have players with speed, but with zero idea. We play with a lot of long ball. So if the manager's hands are not tied, and knowing Ralf, who has developed Schalke as well as RB Leipzig, these two clubs, he has actually developed them from scratch, and he's known for producing a great legend like Timo Werner. I'm just joking there, but other
He
than
was
that,
actually good. He was actually good in Leipzig.
yeah,
He was actually
until he
very good.
became a legend in Chelsea. So before that, I think he was a fantastic player, Timo Werner. So and there's a whole lot of players, Upamecano and all these are example of players that has come under the system of Ralf. So I don't think that if the Glazers do not actually butt their nose and support players, you see, when we had Mourinho in, and there was a problem between Martial, Mourinho, Pogba, and all, the board choose to back the player instead of the manager. That's why it became toxic. Ole was a people pleaser. He kept pleasing everyone. To be very honest, as a player, I have always maintained I have great respect, I have great love for Ole. But as a manager, was too much of a nice guy and trying to protect the board, the incompetent board at all costs. So I don't think this gamble can work with Ralf. So I think if the board doesn't but their nose, if Ed Woodward doesn't come and say that, like, speaks like a genius again or whatnot, and try to sign a player for 80 million and make him the team captain and all those things, you know who I'm talking about. If these things doesn't happen under Ragnick, I think we will be fine. But don't expect instant results like what Josh said. That
Yeah.
is what we fans need to be patient.
So speaking about results, okay, let's talk about the expectations. Okay, Kamarul, sebagai
Yeah.
fan yang sekarang kita mendahagakan piala, mendahagakan kemenangan, you know, a winning run semua tu, what should fans expectation, macam mana kita nak set expectation kita untuk tempoh 6 bulan ni masa Ralf akan jadi interim manager kita? Apa expectation kita?
Mostly player kena accept lah dengan cara teknikal dia. Mostly. Sebab kita tahu teknikal Ralf ni mostly aggressive dengan pressure. Some player Manchester United, macam saya cakap lah dalam last year punya video dekat chatting, kita kena mostly pressure dengan aggressive tu memang kena ada dalam setiap player MU. Seperti mention Fred, Sancho, Dato' Cavani, mostly pressure diorang bagus, tapi kita nak more level lagi tinggi. Seperti kita nak piala, piala kita dah agak-agak boleh dapat satu piala pun okey lah mostly this year. Satu piala Champions League atau FA Cup. Tapi EPL mostly kita naik level 3. Itu yang kita nak expect. Satu lagi player kena accept lah. Sekarang world football. Football ni dah berbagai-bagai macam. Teknikal kena ada setiap klub. Macam Chelsea, klub dia, teknikal dia memang agresif. Sebab dia mostly dia punya teknikal daripada Ralf punya manager sekarang yang Manchester. Mostly kena ada agresif. Sebab EPL, English Premier League, dia mostly agresif kena ada. Setiap klub mesti ada.
Okay, Kamarul, so kalau sekarang you sebagai fan Ralf Rangnick kalau end of the season ini tak jadi menang apa-apa piala, then maybe dia setakat dapat number 4 saja, top 4 saja. Adakah itu mencukupi untuk kamu?
Kalau 6 bulan tu saya rasa memang tak boleh nak angkat cukup tak cukup lah, sebab 6 bulan tempo dia ambil. Jadi dia kena ubah teknikal dulu. First dia in teknikal dengan player. Player mana yang boleh mostly ikut cara dia. Kalau tak boleh ikut cara dia, mostly mereka akan jadi macam player tu takkan ikut cara dia, akan main lenggang-lenggok lah. Mostly Malaysia lenggang-lenggok ataupun dia main malas. Itu yang kita nak. Macam dulu macam David Moyes. Macam mana macam Raj cakap Jose lah, kita cakap Jose. Macam mana Manchester tak suka Jose? Sebab cara dia, teknikal dia mostly tak suka. Jadi sekarang ni manager baru Ralf ni mostly teknikal dia kena ikut. Sebab kita world football seluruh football berbeza-beza. Amerika Latin cara lain, Jerman cara lain, Itali cara lain, English Premier League pun cara lain. Jadi mereka kena ikut cara world football. Macam sekarang Ralf nak ubah, tapi memang kita tak boleh nak menang 6 bulan ni. Kalau menang is luck. Itu je kita cakap, itu luck. Macam Ole dulu sebelum masuk final European League tu dalam tempo agak okey lah. Macam Weigl European League is luck. Jadi tempo dia kita tengok dulu macam mana progress sebagai manager interim dulu. Selepas 6 bulan kalau okey dia dah ubah jadi player. Satu je saya hope board ataupun manager kena cari player yang sesuai dengan cara dia main. Itu saja. Kalau macam cara tak boleh, kita macam sebelum ni beli player Di Maria, buat apa semua star. Kita nak quality player yang boleh ikut cara Ralf. Itu saja yang saya nak harap. Saya supporter MU pun saya harap macam tu. Bukan saya seorang, seluruh supporter nak perubahan tu player dengan teknikal saja.
Okay, so Josh, anything for you to add on? Any expectations or whatnot? Maybe to clear the deadwood or something like that. Maybe instead of targeting for silverware and whatnot, maybe what we need to do is to rebuild a foundation in this short period of time. The mic to you.
Yeah, I think what we have as a squad now, I think we have the depth lah. I think we have great potential quality players. If it's a first 11 or on the bench, we have a great squad actually. You know, now it's for Ralf to actually play the system and get the right people in the right system. We don't need people like the forever Bruno or a Pogba or a Maguire always get their first 11 or things like that. We don't need that. who knows? Maybe DDG might be dropped also. I know Doc might be angry with this, but who knows? Because the system is such, right?
Yeah.
7.6
Henderson-
only. 7.6.
exactly.
Draw.
And maybe the system is, Henderson is always like a sweeper keeper kind of thing. Well, but DDG may not be that kind of. Who knows? He might be dropped, even though he's playing. Things like this can happen. But if we are getting 3 points every day, my expectation personally as a fan, we stay unbeaten the next 6 months at home, especially.
Yes, correct.
Start getting goals, start getting more shots on goal in on the opponent's half, and making Old Trafford alive again, like scoring a lot of goals in the Stratford end. These are the few things that, if we win a cup, I honestly feel it's a big accomplishment for a 6-month manager like what Tuchel did. And I think he potentially could do with a player that we have. So just stay unbeaten at home, go away, pressure, beat at least the City or the Liverpool or the Arsenal or whoever it is at their home ground. That would be fantastic already for the next 6 months. I think that's, for me, great enough to kickstart the interim.
Okay, we've got a comment here by Brian Lee. Phil Jones might even have a chance in the starting 11. Yeah, I think a lot of our fan channels, they are talking about this. Every players start with a clean slate when everything like that, a new manager or new, reshuffling of the backroom stuff or whatnot. Everyone starts with a clean slate. Okay, Raj, question. Okay, this is the juicy part. Okay, which players, right, in your opinion, all right, that once Ralf comes in, right, they can immediately start and they can actually perform the next level immediately without, wasting time, have to go through special training or need to fly to where is the place that they always fly to and then go and do their summer training and all this kind of stuff that only used to bring all of them. Dubai. Yeah,
Dubai.
so you don't want that kind of stuff. Which place you think can hit the ground running, can really immediately see an impact?
Van de Beek. Donny Van de Beek. I think
Donny
the player
Van de Beek.
who's going to benefit the most is Donny Van de Beek, because he's a forward-thinking player and he's a very intelligent player. He knows how to actually tick a movement, and he's a very intelligent player. He can pick a pass. His vision, he's always a forward-thinking player, something that Ralf actually loves in a player. And another player who can really we can see more of his game will be definitely Bruno Fernandes. I think Bruno Fernandes we'll see a different dimension of Bruno Fernandes, as well as I feel the youngster who is going to benefit the most is Mason Greenwood, because Mason Greenwood is actually developing. He's still developing. So Ralf has a passion for actually improvising players who are young, right?
Yes. Correct.
So maybe Jesse Lingard, since he's also young, I heard he's only 19. So
I think he will do
Jesse
pretty
Lingard
well though. Jesse Lingard, I think he will actually do well though. I think.
Quite honestly, bro, I think Jesse Lingard's time in United is done. He can leave, unless it proves me wrong. I've been saying this for years. Jesse Lingard and Harry Maguire can pack their bags and bunkus and go.
He gave you a nice birthday present. He gave you a nice birthday present.
I do remember that. I do remember that. But the point is, before that, he played a back pass that almost cost us our Champions League. So I'm not going to forget that. Whatever he can do, whatever he wants. But these are mistakes that will not actually help you in the long run. But like you say, everyone starts with a clean slate. So it could, but I feel that Donny Van de Beek will hit the ground running. He will be one of the key players in Ralf's system. That's what I feel. I think Josh will be very happy to hear this, since he's the Dutch ambassador for JomUnited.
Just to backtrack a bit, because this is a good comment, okay, by Sujay Kumarasan. I honestly believe that in this 6 months' time, the team performance is the most important thing than clinching titles or cup. If we win any trophy, that will be a huge bonus for us. Yes,
correct.
We lay the foundation. The main thing, we need to have a system of play which we will grow over time. Like, for example, when Klopp went into Liverpool, I know we shouldn't talk about them, but we actually see he implement a certain style of play, which actually got better and better over the 2-3 years period that he was there. Okay, so Kamarul, nak tanya ini, I kena tanya you. Okay, player yang selalu kena kecam ialah midfield kita, players yang selalu kecam, kecuali Van de Beek tak kena kecam pasal dia duduk bangku kan. Selalu yang McFred, I nak tanya McFred, you rasa di bawah pimpinan Ralf Rangnick kan, mereka akan improve tak? Atau memang tak ada harapan untuk dia orang?
Kalau mengikut dia punya game sebelum ni, Fred, dia sometimes on off. Itu saya cakap, dia on off. Kalau game yang bagus dia on. Kalau game yang high level dia off. Dia macam dia tak boleh buat apa-apa. Saya rasa Fred kena more tukar stylish game. Mostly kalau dia punya dia pressure dah okay, tapi dia punya technical pressure dia salah mostly. Dia terlalu melulu masuk. Dulu timing dia yang tak ngam untuk dia masuk. Jadi kalau dia under Ralf ni, mungkin Ralf akan ubah dia mostly how you want to pressure, how to
Sistem lah,
aggressive.
sistem dia ada
Yes.
satu plan
Yes.
untuk dia lah.
Fred, saya tengok last game sebelum ni masa Villarreal, dia melulu pressure. Dia tak tahu cara how to get the pressure
Yes.
timing.
Berkesan.
Yes. Jadi Ralf ni kalau dia masuk, dia tahu technical, dia akan bagi tahu Fred how to, timing dia bila masuk pressure. Bila dia akan bola dah ke keeper macam bila dah pressure. Jadi kalau Ralf dah masuk, jadi technical dia Fred kena ubahlah cara permainan dia. Pressure dia dia punya agresif dia pun kena ubah. Itu yang harap Fred tu kalau Ralf dah masuk, Fred tu kena ubahlah. Itu yang saya harapkan Fred. Jangan
Tapi
main
dia rajin lah, dia rajin. But dia
Yes,
memang I rasa rajin boleh
dia
lah.
rajin. Dia rajin pressure okey, tapi timing pressure dia tak macam saya cakap tadi lah. Tak timing dia tak cantik. Dia pressure melulu je sampai dapat yellow card. Dia tak tahu apa dia pressure. Dia kadang pressure kat kaki. Bukan pressure kat bola. That's a problem lah Fred. Tapi kalau Ralf masuk, saya nak Ralf tu ubah
Ajar
technical
dia.
Ajar dia technical dia. Technical pressure.
Macam mana pula dengan McTominay? Ini juga I think past few games he haven't been performing very well. Because I think cara gegen pressing mereka kena laju, pass forward
Yes.
and press. Okay, so I think pressing no doubt that daripada kita tahulah memang McTominay dengan Fred both they got the ability, the heart, the desire, the passion to actually press. But okay, passing untuk pass bola, setakat ni apa yang kita tengok daripada McTominay side to side passing and back pass passing, you rasa dia ada kebolehan untuk gerakkan bola laju dan tepat tak? Untuk player forward.
Kita tengok last season punya McTominay main dia mostly paling terbaik lah saya cakap. Dalam masa dia main midfield, defender midfielder dia terbaik. Tapi sejak season yang oleh new season, dia banyak injury. Saya tahu dia injury. Jadi injury mengganggu dia punya cara dia permainan. Jadi dia kena tahu dia punya kecederaan dia dah tahu macam ni, dia kena ubah. Macam itu saya cakap dalam korom yang lain dekat chat, perubahan sistem saja. Kalau apa-apa berlaku kena ubah. Maksudnya game yang besar kena bagi first level yang kuat. Yang game macam Newcastle, Norwich bagi yang tak peluang main. Macam Vanderbeek, macam yang London
Bailey.
Yang mana yang tak dapat main lah daripada first level. Jadi perubahan player tu kena ada. Maksudnya Oli tu selalu defend lah, mesti ada game. Walaupun dia performance dia teruk ke, kita kecam dia dah teruk dia, tapi Oli masih nak pakai dia. Jadi perubahan dalam sistem permainan player. Maksudnya game yang player besar macam Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea memang kena letak paling kuat. Paling A level punya yang paling kuat. Jadi kalau tim yang tu bagi peluang yang second team yang tak dapat peluang. Macam Henderson, goalkeeper. Bagi peluang main FA Cup ke, game-game yang paling yang tak boleh yang kita nak available domain player. Jadi okay, saya haraplah tu je lah.
Okay, kita ada komen daripada member kita. admin Gombak. Before Rangnick kata nak menang trofi, now suddenly performance paling penting sekali. Please get off the bus. Sekarang naik tank. Tank dalam Melayu panggil apa? Kereta kebal. Kereta kebal Jerman. Tolong.
If I can add something, Dom.
Yeah, please.
The thing is, right, Fred and McTominay under Ole, they have been played in a very wrong position. That's not their natural position, both of them. Be it Fred or McTominay, it's not their natural position. They are not naturally CDMs to play the role of CDM. So maybe like what Kamarul said, to put it in perspective, you give the players their natural position, let them play to their strengths, and you could see a change, right? Matic could benefit if he plays with a player who he carries the ball after he does his defensive duty, and that might lighten the burden of him having to run more and cover more ground as well. So this, I think Ralf being the tactician that he is, but again and again, wish to stress this. Please don't expect us to come with all gun firing and start hammering Arsenal next week. It's not going to happen within 7 days or whatnot. It's going to take time. It might not even happen within 6 months. Let's be
But
very frank.
but the game,
It
but
will
one,
take
one of the
time.
thing, I mean, realistic FC, yes, that is very true. But then, right, usually when, like for example, when Ole got appointed initially, and then when something like this exciting comes, right, I'm very sure that the players they themselves feel it as well. And then usually when games like rival games, I don't really consider Arsenal a rival, lah, but then that kind of games, players actually tend to turn up. So we'll never know, maybe even
There could be a
tomorrow's
bounce, lah,
game.
like what you said.
Yeah,
And the
tomorrow's
bounce, yeah.
games against Chelsea also we will never know. I mean, a lot of people, I think we already put the white flag already, but then we will never know that maybe the players will be just so bloody excited and whatnot. And then just to add on something that Kamaru just now you mentioned about injuries and whatnot. I think I actually saw a video when Ralf Rangnick, the thing that impressed me was he was talking about the medical stuff, how they actually treat players, the injuries, how they take care of players. I think this is something severely lacking in Manchester United. Again, him coming in, if he actually brings in somehow the knowledge of the medical stuff or actual medical stuff coming in, I think our players will actually fare well. People like Rashford, McTominay,
Correct.
even Maguire. So some argue Maguire. Even like now, our recent case, Varane also is the same thing. Okay. So speaking about defense, Josh, do you think any of our current defenders will prosper under Ralf Rangnick? Okay, and then having him coming out to say that Luke Shaw is not a Manchester United player back in 2020 and whatnot. What do you think?
I think the only one that I can see prosper will be Rafael Varane, and surprisingly will be Lindelof. Watch out for these two. I think they will hold a very good partnership. I'm still not very sure about Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka, because in terms of pressing, don't get me wrong, Wan-Bissaka is a great defender, but to press
Pressure.
players, you need to have that brains lah. Wan-Bissaka sometimes is always fickle-minded now, like whether he want to pass, whether he want to, and when he lose the ball, you don't know what's happened next, and that was a really troubled times lah in that sense. Luke Shaw, he's always good with his left foot, like assisting free kicks and so forth. So I'm not sure. I really hope that Luke Shaw can adapt. He have went through many managers as well, and always come back proving people wrong. So I hope that this. Perhaps all our bunch of players were very demotivated, in the sense we have quality players, but after they know what they were told what to do and so forth, and coming back with a very what they call Ralf the professor in the German one, they get the right instruction, they get the right system, they know what to do, where people are standing. At least we get to see more aggression lah. Apart from that, right, we don't want to mess with someone like Ralf, because he's also a defensive midfielder himself during his time. So whoever want to be very concerned about is the defensive midfielder, which is our biggest problem lah. So McTominay, Fred, or whoever it is, even Matic, they should know. I think Matic will play a very important role under this team, that to hold the defense line and to partner up maybe a Van der Beek or a Pogba or a more offensive threat in that sense. So defensively, I think apart from De Gea, everyone else need to be very, very afraid of their position. But Varane, the world class he is.
Yes.
I hope he really formed the partnership with Lindelof lah.
Okay, we got a comment here by Eddie. Nampaknya Pijal is still sour sebab Ole dah kena tendang from the club. Mic drop. Okay, Raj, what do you think? I mean, which players do you think will struggle? Okay, maybe it's a 50-50 kind of situation when Ralf comes in.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, correct.
The current Captain Marvel, Harry Maguire. I think he's done now. If he doesn't back up, he doesn't learn what is the meaning for the word positioning, what is the meaning for the word defending properly, what is the meaning for the word not standing statically like a brick wall, what is the meaning to turn with the ball immediately and not take a lorry kind of turning, where lorry suplo taya kind of turning. These kind of things, all if he doesn't improve, I think he is going to really struggle.
Raj,
Maguire
what happens if he become a Franz Beckenbauer suddenly?
Like I always say, bro, any United player who proves me wrong, I will be the happiest person to put my hands up and say, look, I actually spoke badly about him. He's proven me wrong.
Raj, I'm
Right?
sorry, that is not good
Not for
enough.
one game, bro. Not for one game.
I
Wait.
think
Yeah,
you
but
know.
Not for one
Okay,
game.
go ahead. No, go.
Ah,
This, I
not
mean,
for one game.
I mean, if you want to
Yeah.
say something like that, right, might as well you just put where your money or put the money where your mouth is. You tell Josh,
Okay, right.
if he
I'll make
actually
you a
perform,
wager. I'll make you a wager, Raj.
because Josh want to get
Alright.
rid of his jersey. Is he? He
If
want to get rid
Maguire
of his
carries
jersey.
Maguire carries a title in these 6 months, you
Okay.
ball your head.
No, ball the head, no one. Or you give option, or you buy his jersey for $450.
Hey, no lah, my price will go
Okay.
higher.
If Maguire wins something, right? As United captain,
Yes.
captain, if Maguire wins something, I'll buy a jersey with his name.
Okay, good, Rafael.
I've gone on live
Good one,
saying
good
it,
one.
guys. I've gone on live saying it.
Okay, ons.
If he wins something as United captain, that is the caption. All right.
And then
Okay, I'm fine.
and then
Prove me wrong.
And then speaking about getting ball lah, okay, yang kawan-kawan kat Telegram jangan lupa I think the 12 names or what I think apart from Brown Knight I think no longer in the list already. But if United wins the EPL or that one is gone already lah, or the Champions League, right? We all gang botak, right? It's still on, man. Champions League is still on okay, it's still on okay. Alright, okay, Kamarul, apa pendapat you tentang Paul Pogba pula, the French connection Paul Pogba dengan Anthony Martial? Banyak orang cakap basically they are out the door already. Mereka tak akan berjaya di bawah pimpinan Ralf Rangnick. Apa pendapat you?
Macam saya Pogba tu, dia MU kena lepaskan dia. That's all. Sebab dia dah tak boleh lagi main posisi MU lagi. Sebab hati dia bukan jiwa MU. Sebab saya tengok game sebelum ni pun dia bukan dah jiwa dia dah keluar, dia nak out of MU. That's the way Pogba. Dia kalau main kat Juventus dulu pun dia nak masuk MU pun dia main macam mana, teruk juga Juventus. Sampai Juventus pun jual kat MU ambil. That is a Malaysia boleh lagi. Mostly can keep Ralf. Malaysia can keep, but cara dia main kena ubah. Macam saya cakap dah sebelum, semua MU player kena carut technical kena ubah. Pressure kena ada, aggressive kena ada. How to hold the ball in the leg, nak bawa bola ke depan. Jangan lost the ball macam mana nak go down. Jadi technical kena ada. Sebab now teknik macam Messi ada position pressure, aggressive ada. Tapi dia tak ada partner dengan siapa untuk dia pressure. Jadi kalau Fred ada, kalau dia tahu dia main pressure timing, Messi dengan Fred mostly gandingan yang dua-dua bagus. Tapi satu je cakap Pogba out, that's all.
Said tak ada live sekarang, jangan risau. Okay, Said tak ada. Okay, we got a comment by Brian Lee. If we win a trophy, I'll buy a new fridge in the name of Maguire. Ons.
Wow.
Take photo.
Print screen.
I don't think so. You can get the trophy.
I think we will win a trophy without him lah. That's more likely.
There's a lot, you know, our community, they know already. There's so many Martial comments from the start, you know. It's like clickbait, I cannot. But I use my left hand to hold my right hand from clicking, you see. So many, you know, it's like Martial, but no man. I need to be disciplined. Okay, let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, Josh, do you think Cristiano Ronaldo will prosper under this system? Because knowing Ralf, he wants the team to press and get back the ball within 8 seconds and whatnot. And we all know Cristiano Ronaldo, generally, he doesn't press.
I'm not going to take away qualities of Ronaldo. Ronaldo is Ronaldo. He will score the goals. He will play. I mean, he's actually the least impacted of this kind of system is the striker. Yes, he can just cover grounds, but the pressure will come right person behind him already, which is the supporting striker or the attacking midfielder or the defensive midfielder. He may just need to cover the angle of the last man who is having the ball, which either make him to go left or make him to go right only. So that is only ground. And Ronaldo, he's actually quite fit in that way, right? Just to cover the angle, pressure from the other corner to make sure that the defender only can punt left or only can pass right. So I don't think so he'll be fully impacted. We are saying that only because of his age and because of when we hear gegenpress is full of energy, full of pressing. It's actually just positioning. If you see a lot of players, when they position well, they can play very smart football already. Get the triangles, get the positions and all those things. You don't need to run too much in that sense. Because the system, what's happening in the system, if you have the right system, you don't have to run too much. and he only cover the angles. So for Ronaldo, his job is to get the goals in, and if Maguire leaves his captaincy, almost very certain that he will get the captaincy for Manchester United. And remember, he has only 2 seasons, right? This season and the next season to win a trophy with Manchester United. And Ronaldo being Ronaldo, he will be going all out to going for that already. So whatever the system is, whatever the thing is, he will go all out. And I don't think so he will be impacted so much. Maybe less game time with him and Cavani, but he will definitely play the system that he wants. Because if he score goals, I'm pretty sure he want to go against the system.
Okay, we got good comments.
I think a good example of how Ronaldo will benefit from the gegenpress system is the other day when he scored out of the pressure from Fred. We will see more goals like that from Ronaldo if it's played
correct.
right.
Yes.
That is
We
how
see
it's
the
done.
balance.
What Fred did the other day is how technically it's done, but we do it half-heartedly. That's the problem.
Okay,
And
meaning
then
is
without, I think that one is we did it half-heartedly and also without. We go by moments.
Yes,
Let's just be
correct.
fair. It's not something that they actually practice in the training ground, I think this one. Okay, we got a comment by Daryl. Okay, we need forward-thinking wing backs. It's the modern age. They provide width, which is important. Okay, we actually got another guest here. Jai, you bukan schedule hari ni lah. Okay, but tak apa. Since you live, soalan cepu emas saya nak tanya you lah. Okay, you tengok sekarang kita ada appointment new manager dan nampaknya kita ada masa depan. Okay, nampak sajalah buat masa ni lah. So, apa pendapat you tentang Abang Ed Woodward dengan The Glazers dalam peranan mereka untuk apa yang mereka buat sekarang?
Pendapat first I nak tanya dulu. Sebelum saya jawab soalan tadi tu, I nak tanya satu soalan. Siapa Ralf ni?
Tu kartun you tahu.
I know. Okay, logik I tanya Tuchel pergi kat Chelsea. Okay? And then siapa? Klopp pergi kat Liverpool. Okay. And then Ralf pergi ke United. Tak nampak ke sini konspirasi?
Apa sila kongsi dengan kita apa konspirasi.
But,
so maknanya
Jai ni apa lawak ke?
Bukan lawak.
Jai, konspirasi dari segi apa? Jai.
Nak bagi tahu info sikit. Sebelum ni masa Lampard kena sack, Chelsea nak ambil Ralf Rangnick sebagai interim. So tapi dia tak nak pergi. Okay, so boleh. Apa konspirasi yang kamu cakap tu?
Okay, kita dah nampak sekarang ni Klopp pergi ke Liverpool. Then Tuchel pergi dekat Chelsea. And then sekarang Ralf pula pergi dekat United. Kalau betul-betul lah Ralf ni bagus, kenapa sebelum-sebelum ni tidak ada tim lain yang ambil Ralf ni?
I rasa dia sendiri tak nak pergi kot. Dia sendiri tak nak pergi.
Macam Chelsea jugalah. Macam Chelsea dia tak terima dia punya offer. Sebab apa? Mungkin dia nak dah dapat ilmu ke? Mungkin lagi ilmu
apanya, dia kan kata guru besar lah. Dia punya orang kata antara founder dengan yang bawah-bawah, hierarki bawah ni, Klopp dengan Tuchel. So maknanya dia lagi bagus daripada diorang ni. Kenapa tim-tim besar yang lain sebelum United ambil, kenapa yang ambil? That's why sekarang kita kena tanya Glazer dengan Woodward ni, dia ambil Ralf Rangnick ni sebab apa? Siapa Ralf Rangnick ni? Sebab apa?
I tahu memang you serious, tapi I ketawa pasal I ingat balik masa Rafael Varane masuk MU. Sama je. You guna skrip sama saya rasa.
Dia ubah sikit.
Tak, cuba guys, guest yang dekat luar ni, fan-fan United ni cuba fikir apa yang I tanya. Sebab sekarang ni ada 2 tim besar gegasi, dia ambil Klopp dengan ambil Tuchel. And then United ambil Ralf. So dekat sini kita nampak Jerman punya orang kata Jerman punya conqueror dekat English Premier League. Okay? Soalan dia, kenapa sebelum-sebelum ni tim-tim besar tak nampak yang Ralf ni lagi bagus daripada 2 orang ni? Nampak tak dekat sini ada
sebab kita punya CEO tak tengok macam apa Jai yang tengok. Dia orang yang tak tahu. So bila
Pasal tu
Klopp menang title,
Jain.
bila Klopp menang title, bila Tuchel menang title, baru dia nampak, aku pun nak orang Jerman menang title, okay, kita ambil guru besar dia.
So that mean Woodward dengan Woodward dengan Glazer ni, dia cuma nampak benda tu je lah. Dia tak nampak
Betul lah
daripada
bro.
segi
Dia mana tahu pasal main bola. Dia tengok FIFA saja. Dia tengok FIFA.
that's why lah.
Sebab
That's why
ramai
dekat
fan
sini.
cakap pasal Rangnick, mungkin dia pergi Google search ke apa ke, dia cari, Ralf Rangnick dia pernah buat benda ni. Okey, boleh lah. Kita search dia, okey kita dapat, kita try dalam Football Manager, jalan tak? Okey, jalan. Okey, bawa dia masuk. Mungkin macam
Itulah.
Raj,
Betul
a
kan?
quick one, Raj. Quick question for you, okay? Because you are
Yes,
the
bro.
most vocal one when it comes to Glazers and whatnot.
Glazers,
Does this
definitely.
change your opinion about the Glazers? And do you think that they are actually maybe heading to the right direction, taking the club seriously, trying to make this club into a proper football club?
Okay, given a choice, I don't want them around. I don't want the Glazers. I don't want Ed Woodward to be anywhere near the club. Doesn't change my opinion until we start seeing results. We have brought in Louis van Gaal, one of the best tacticians, and it didn't work. We brought in one of the most serial Premier League winners in Jose Mourinho. Second season, confirm we will get a Premier League title. We didn't get it with Glazers. This is why I'm saying that's the problem is probably with Glazers. We brought in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a fan favorite, to appease the fans and to keep them quiet. And in the end, the third season syndrome kicked in again. We have another problem. So probably Ralf Rangnick could sound like a fantastic signing on the paper, but it won't change my opinion on Glazers unless we win what matters. Not FA Cups, not Europa Leagues, the Premier League title. That is what we need. Right? From 2013, it's going to be a decade, guys. I don't want to wait 3 decades for us to actually say we are Premier League champions again. I'll be very honest. This is my honest assessment on Glazers. I feel that they know nuts about football. They're more interested in NFL, and to them, football is just about selling jerseys. This season, they have achieved their target. Jersey sales went on the roof as soon as they signed Cristiano Ronaldo. So, in a business sense, it's a successful season for the Glazers as far as Manchester United is concerned. Results on the field, off the field doesn't really matter. So long as we finish 4th place, it's okay for them. Are we going to be happy with our team finishing 4th place every time and winning the FA Cup? Does it sound familiar like another club that we know? So these examples are things that I'm saying that other clubs do. Wait for 3 decades to claim that they are Premier League champions. Say we will do it next season, 30 tahun. Saya tak nak tunggu 30 tahun. Saya tak nak habis top 4 setiap season menang FA Cup dah cukup. Tak, we are not that team. Until and unless we win the Premier League with the Glazers at the helm, with Ed Woodward being a CEO, I don't see him going anywhere else. He's a bigger con artist than Paul Pogba is. That is who Ed Woodward is, as far as I'm concerned. Right?
Sorry, if I may add a bit.
Yes, bro.
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
if I were to take out the past of seasons under Glazers, under Woodward, this season specifically, I think they've done a pretty decent, or if not above average job in that sense. They brought the players that we wanted. They heard the fans. Now they have the 10% fan scheme thing coming along also, which I'm not sure where they're, but they brought out. They had those things. Now, into that certain extent where the Glazers were so keen on having Ole and the team until end of the season, they are sacking Ole as well. They sacked Ole and brought a very experienced manager in interim as Rangnick. So I guess this season, if I were to rate them, I think they've done fantastically well, I would say. Right?
But,
and
Josh,
in the past,
I gotta cut you there a bit. But shouldn't any proper football club, we are talking about big football club, be doing this as the minimum?
Yes, and
No,
that's where
Josh, to answer your question, right? We gave Jose Mourinho extension of contract. He got sacked the same season. We gave Ole Gunnar Solskjaer another extension of contract. He got sacked the immediate season. We gave the other 3 fellas an extension 47 days ago. And they look where they have brought us. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's sacking happened because the fans pressured it to happen.
Yep.
The thing is, the Glazers are
Conspiracy.
milking money from us. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I'm
They are,
very
but
vocal
it's
because
probably
we have forgotten what happened about before the Liverpool game. Why the reason the Liverpool game got cancelled in Old Trafford last season. We all forgot that. The problem, this is just papering over the cracks unless and until I see results, unless and until I see the team improving, I see us
Agreed,
winning
yeah.
a Premier League title, a Champions League, then we can talk.
Josh,
That's why I'm
I think
very surprised.
they're just being
Yeah.
reactive only lah to what is
Exactly.
going
That's why
on.
I'm very surprised to have someone like Rangnick in the board as planned. You know?
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
probably
Why?
something. That's something that is a big change actually. If I were to see this position that the board actually assigned Ralf is not this 6 months. You know, is what is going to happen in the next 6 months because Ralf
Correct.
is want to change the whole club. But I'm very
Correct.
surprised Glazers actually accepted that. So that's
Correct.
something that was okay.
Conspiracy.
That's probably something they want to think about. That's probably what they want to do. And things like that. So
But
never happened
Glazers-
LVG or Jose Mourinho or whoever it is. Never happened that they want to put someone in the board. Only Sir Alex
But Josh,
Ferguson had that.
Josh, let me put this idea. The same fellas could actually, after the 6 months, terminate Ralph's contract and say that they are terminating the contract because they disagree to certain points. They could do that. They are just bringing in
Of
Ralph
course.
to steady the ship for 6 months.
Yeah.
Glazers, anything can happen.
but
They just
the
gave only a
backlash
3-year
from-
contract.
Because Glazer can
backlash
do
from
anything.
Fans would be crazy lah. The backlash from fans would be crazy if he's actually doing a good job. We got a comment here by Kung Kodo. Jangan expect Ralf ini untuk buat team untuk menang liga, tapi expect Ralf ni untuk set up Man United supaya ada gameplay, ada interesting football dengan identity. Okay, this is very very true. So we need to manage our expectations. Okay, guys,
But
we are at
to pick that again, bro, that sounds like Tottenham Hotspurs. I don't want to be that kind of team. I don't want to be a team that is having a gameplay. I don't want to be a team that is being there on the top 4, playing for top 4. No, that is not what Manchester United I grew up loving. That
The
was not
mind.
a team. Football has changed over the years.
Raj, this one I think we have to to a certain degree we have to step back a bit because we got to admit that no matter I totally understand what you're talking about, but then the Manchester United that we love and whatnot is not there at the moment. So
I
it
agree.
needs some time. The expectation needs to be there. So, of course, for me, if I want us to win every damn thing seriously, but then within this 6 months period and whatnot, if we can somehow get like a certain like just now that the comment just now, like a certain formation, a certain style of playing, yes, and of course we do our very best, like Josh mentioned, we go on an unbeaten run and whatever it is. I think that is superb. That will be superb actually. Okay, guys, we are already running at the 47-minute mark already. Okay, we are at the end of the show. So thanks so much for joining us. But sebelum kita pergi, Abang Jai ada benda nak share dengan kita. Tolong jangan 3 dos ah. Tolong jangan 3 dos ah.
Cepat.
Overdose.
Okay guys. Okay guys, kita ada buat event, small event dekat stadium pula. Dekat Padang Park 11 hari bulan 12. Kita ada buat game with game football lah. With the panels, with the Telegram group, members and the celebrity. Ada celebrity and then kita ada 1 atau 2 orang guest yang misteri ni. So kita datang sana untuk meet and greet, kita main bola and then kita boleh makan nasi lemak, apa-apalah. So
nasi lemak kat luar UM boleh makan sana.
and nasi lemak kerang ke apa.
So kondisi kena bagi tahu. Condition.
Bro,
apa?
ada promo code ke bro?
Promo code. Actually condition 3 dose boleh join. Tak ada. So maksud dia kita condition apa
Aduh.
Kali kedua. Subscribe. Join Telegram group for more info.
Yes. Subscribe, share, view, like,
admin kena ada
info.
lah.
So
Admin sekarang tengah how to say, tengah set lah sekarang pasal Ole dah tak ada kan.
dia sangat sedih lah.
Mourning the loss of Ole lah.
Mourning the loss of Ole lah. Still on the bus, crying in the bus. He's crying in the bus lah.
So okay, condition untuk join kena subscribe, share and like. So apa-apa
Telegram.
pun join Telegram. Itu yang pasti mustahak lah. Tetapi sekarang kita ada 30 player yang kita tengah cari. So siapa-siapa nak join, boleh join. Boleh masukkan list nama. And so boleh bagi tahu position, nak jadi macam Cristiano Ronaldo ke, nak jadi macam Wayne Rooney ke, nak jadi Ralf Rangnick ke, dekat tepi padang pun boleh juga, tak ada masalah.
Nak jadi Jai Beckham ke?
David Beckham.
Okay, itu saja.
Okay, and with
Alright.
that guys, thank you Kamarul join kita hari ni, okay, and also
Thanks,
again
Kamarul.
join the Telegram
Good to have
group.
you.
Alright guys, we'll see you guys in a post game match reaction against Chelsea. Okay, scheduled to run on Monday night 10 p.m. Okay, so good night, see you guys, take care.